Jeremy's talked quite a bit about how close he is with Nick. I know they call each other brothers. What do you notice about them on and off the field that makes them so tight, and how they have each other's back?
They really do a good job of pulling for each other, and that's hard at quarterback because only one plays it. Receiver, running back, line, all, you got two deep, or you go in multiple sets. It's tough, and last year I challenged the guys when we didn't know who the quarterback was going to be. There was 4 of them. I said, man, however you guys handle this thing in this room is going to bleed over to how our team handles it. You guys got that task of having to pull for each other and still at the same time compete against each other. And from the moment Nick was named the starter, and then we named Jeremy the backup, and Wally the third, those 3 guys have been tight and pulled for each other in a genuine, honest way ever since. And it was that way all last year. They enjoy hanging out together, and so then I've even teased them before about their bromance on Instagram. So, they're just good friends. They get along. They're good in meetings. They're good on the practice field. I've never one time thought that one was, had any ulterior motives over the other. They get along, and I think that's been a huge plus for our team. Thanks for them.
What does the rep split start to look like at quarterback? Is it going to start looking like 75-25? Does Nick get first team reps at all? What does it start looking like?
Yeah, talking to Coach, I think probably here in the next couple of days we'll go ahead and decide how we want to handle that. We have not made a decision yet. Both those guys have repped and had a good fall camp, and so I think just probably pretty soon, at least internally, we'll know how we're going to handle it, and then Coach will address that when he's ready, and we'll have a good plan.
Beyond week 1, when it comes to Jeremy, he talks about always having a package. Does that package change every week? Or
Yeah.
you guys, and how do you guys approach that week to week with him when you're trying to get everything done?
There's a couple of things. You kind of know your guys. There's certain things that maybe Jeremy does just exceptionally well that you feel like, man, he could do those things and have good success with it. Because the hardest thing, we tried, A&M's a good example last year. We weren't quite sure if Nick was going to be able to go. Nick didn't practice till Thursday. Jeremy got all the reps. So we kind of already made a commitment when we knew Nick was going to be able to give it a go. Well, Jeremy's going to take these plays, just because Nick didn't get to rep them, and it was still only like game 6 for Nick. Well, you get in the game and Nick's playing really well, and we're trying to force feed some things, and it's really tough on both guys. The guy who's in the game, you're taking him out of rhythm, and the guy running in the game to run a play or two. So I think you got to take that into consideration. Try to put him in a position that he can be successful, even if he's only in for a little bit. But we'll see. It's week to week. We have no preconceived plan that this is exactly what's going to happen. It's a game plan deal based on our opponent and kind of what we think will help us win.
Rhett, the players have talked a lot about Nick and how he's responded to what happened, and leadership and all that stuff. Have you maybe even been a little bit surprised by how you reacted?
Honestly, I haven't been surprised. I would say I'd be disappointed if he didn't handle it this way. He's handled it very well. We get close to our players. It's kind of like your kids, man. They're going to mess up, and you get disappointed in them, but you love them. And then we all go through things in life. We face adversity. It's how you handle it is what matters. You can't do anything about it. I think he's handled it extremely well to this point. Fully expect him to continue to do that. That's what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to handle himself well. But I've been really proud of him. And I think what his teammates say should probably speak volumes of kind of how he's handled it.
Is there any chance you guys make a decision to go ahead and start him based off what he's done in the preseason?
That's up to Coach. I would think that's his call.
Rhett, what would you say?
Now that you got a couple weeks in, what do you think the way Nick's thrown it this camp?
Well, I've been really, really proud of the way he's thrown it, to be honest with you. Overall, he's probably had 2 days that I thought were poor days. He's thrown it really well. Today, we didn't do much tonight. It was a lot of special teams and situational emphasis. We did 7 on 7. He was 8 for 8. So he's been very sharp. I think that just comes with reps. I think he worked very hard over the summer, and then he knows his guys. Even the guys that are the second team, he's repped with a lot over the last year and a half. So our passing game, at least in practice, has developed the way you would hope it would when guys get more and more time together. Now it's just a matter of doing it when it matters on game day.